Okay, hello everyone. Yeah, how are we all doing? How is everything going? Okay, in the last video, I taught you guys on how to create your indicators. That's on how to get this your RSI indicator and also this your EMA indicators. But for you guys, I think what you guys just need is just the EMA 13 and the EMA 50, yes, and EMA 200. Others you guys can skip others. As I'm having EMA 800 here with me. EMA 800. Have you seen that blueberry colored EMA? That's 800, but it's of no use to you guys for now. So now, as we were saying, okay, what I'll teach you now is just a simple trick to use on derive volatility, and I tell you, this strategy works very well. It works very well. I have used it for I use it for V75, yes. I also use it for step index, yes. V75 and step index, yes. Okay, now let's go to our face. Okay, I also use it for this one too. Have you seen this one too? Is entering? Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wow, wonderful. Okay. Oh, now, wow. Coming, sorry. Okay. Wonderful. See that, see that sweep candle. Wonderful. I was waiting for this. Now let's go back to our step index. Okay, while it's still loading. Okay, yes. So the divergence I was talking to you about is how to spot divergence um using your RSI, and also how to spot manipulations by the market. All what this market does is just to manipulate it, make you to enter a trade that you later lose, make you to over risk, make you to over leverage, make you not use proper risk management. They deal with your psychology, put fear and greed, and once they can cash you on that, you know the end of the story. Now it is done for you. Your money will go for a hit. Okay, while that is being said, now let's go to the main deal of the day. Okay, so first of all, how to spot divergence. How to spot divergence. Sorry, I'm gonna be using some. No, sorry, it was a mistake. Sorry, it was a mistake. Okay, now, what do you see right now? This this line I just put now was last week low. Now, what can you see now? The market has been falling for, I think since last week. It has been falling, but at this point it reversed back. It's our EMA 13 on H4 and came back. But now see the trick right here. As it came back, it was coming down, but the RSI was going up. Have you seen it? The RSI was going up. But price was coming down. And as price got to this point, they call this thing stop hunt. This is to induce sellers, and the market is still falling. And once they put their sell orders, the market reverse to hit their stop loss. So this trade, I'm expecting to come to this point, or to at least break this former high. Why did I say so? Because as you can see, this was a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, but market pushed up and hit the lower high and came down again to give stop hunt to induce sellers, and it's reversing back up. So I'm expecting to hit these points and above, and this will give me, I think, about like $100. Okay, $83. Sorry, it's not 83. This will give me about like okay 77. If it comes to this EMA 50, and I'm very sure it will come to that point. But nevertheless, my stop loss has been put, so in case if it wants to reverse. But this is a short trade. This is a short trade, and I'll show you other examples as we are going along. So what you just do is that you find for that you find divergence on H4 Once you can spot a divergence, this is not a divergence. This is not a divergence at all. As I saw, how did I need to it was a divergence? I will show you. I will just follow me. So as you can see, this was the lower low. It came tap it. As the tap it is reversing back up. So for the H4, this you spot your divergence on H4. 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 So after you've got your divergence on H4, you go to H1. As you can see at H1, the divergence started day before yesterday. Have you seen it? This was a low. Price was coming, went up, bounce on EMA 13. It was going down, but RSI was telling us that it is going up because this was the last point, but still yet it is not breaking this lower low, this low of the RSI. Rather, it is going back up. So at this point, as you can see, this was a road track. It came to retest the road track, then push back up to the EMA 50. So this was a road track. So at this point, you could have entered at this point. I entered at this point. Could have entered at this point, then to push you here. But since me, I did not see. Because if you enter at this point, you are entering around this point, it is giving me no clear divergence on H4. So if I'm entering this trade, once it touch EMA 13 or EMA 50 on H1, I close the trade immediately. So if I enter this trade, my take profit will have been around this point. Closing trade immediately. Because it is not safe, not that safe. I prefer using divergence from H4 to trade. So after that, it came down again. Wow, wonderful. So this was yesterday's low. It pushed back up, dropped. As you seen, this was yesterday's low, but price was telling me that it is going higher. See yesterday's low, but see today's low. Price was telling me that it is going higher. So at this point, as I saw this stuff, I took my trade because I'm seeing a divergence on H4 and I also saw a divergence on H1. It gave me a better confirmation for entering. This is one of the shortest trades you can take. So as you can see, the divergence both on H4 and on H1, you can take the trade. So have you seen, this was yesterday's low. It bounced on it, so it dropped, entered, it broke yesterday's low, but immediately it reversed up back, giving a road track. So I'll show you where I entered. I've closed half of the trade already. I'll show you where I entered. Let's go to 15 minutes. Have you seen where I entered? Immediately I saw this candlestick pattern. This 1, 2, 3. I entered. If I saw this kind of candlestick pattern, where can I see? Well, let me show you. This like this 2 candlestick pattern on this at this point here. If I see this candle, they call this one road track. These two, this bear and bull, If I saw it here, it will have given me a perfect entry. Also, this one is a perfect entry. They call this one, I think, evening star, morning star. I don't know. I've forgotten. It's not to remember that is a problem. It's just to make your more, and that is the main thing. So as you can see it, as I saw this pattern at yesterday's low, I entered a buy and trade here. I entered with higher lot size and I've closed half of it. I've seen it's going up. Okay. So let me give you another example. another example. See, wonderful example. Have you seen the example here? See it. It broke last week high. As it tip it, it came here to give us. Okay, let me bring this one up. Have you seen it? It broke last week high. As it broke last week high, this thing was telling me as it broke last week high, my trade was telling me that my RSI was telling me it is going lower. See, perfect divergence. This was a very good divergence for me to enter a sell. So as you've seen this stuff, as you've seen this kind of trade, you just go to H4. You go to H1. As I've seen this kind of trade, you go to H1 for entry. Have you seen H1? H1 should give us a divergence. Have you seen divergence? High, low. So at this point I will have entered, because it was giving both at this point I will have entered my sell and hold it, because it was giving both a sell on H1. It was giving me a divergence on H4, and now it's giving me a divergence on H1. Let us go to N15. Once we see a divergence on N15, it is a perfect entry. Let's go to N15. That's March 6. Okay, there was no divergence on M15, but still yet you could have entered at this point. Yeah, and it came again after bounce on the EMA. It came again to that same point. You could have entered at this point also too. Yes, enter at this point also too. Have you seen what divergence looks like? Have you seen? So now let me go to VST125 and show you again how it's been done. Sorry, let me delete all these images. Let's go to H4 divergence. Okay, let us take it January 11. Have you seen January 11 on that push to the up? Wonderful. See a beautiful W, with divergence. See the low. It came to tap the low, break it, but did not break it. It was just playing with it to hunt sellers. Have you seen divergence on H4? It was giving us a sweet divergence. The RSI is going up, price is coming down. So at this point you can now go to H1, January 11. You can go to H1 for entry, for confirmation, better confirmation. Have you seen H1? It gave divergence. Have you seen H1? See yesterday low. It tapped it. Price is going down, but it is going up on the RSI. This is a perfect entry for buy. Let us go to M15. Hope you are getting me. M15. You see this divergence H4 and on every pair. Once you can see it both on currency, volatility, it works. Once you can see it, take it without fear. January 11. Yeah, am I showing the right thing? Okay, have you seen it now? The same divergence show again. See yesterday's low. It tapped yesterday's low and it was giving us a divergence. Price is going down while the RSI is going up. Have you seen it's giving us a divergence? As it broke it, I'm waiting for my sell. And as it broke, I'm waiting for my buy. Have you seen? It gave they call this thing bullish engulfing. At you give this bullish level, this will have been your entry for a buy, and this buy will have given you up to like $300, 0.001. Have you seen $300, 0.001? That buy entry. Have you seen how powerful this strategy is? Very, very powerful. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Let me give you another one again. I think another one. Okay. This one is very hard to spot, but if you spot it well, you make your money. See this one. Have you seen its price is going lower? Price is going lower. Okay, this one is very hard for you to spot, but this one I spotted after seeing it here on H4. I went to H1 and I got it. Have you seen divergence? Divergence. Are you seeing it? Divergence. Let's go to H4. Okay, I took this trade last week, this particular trade. Let us analyze it. Okay, have you seen what is happening right here? Right here, there was first a divergence. There was first a divergence at this point, and there was divergence also too at this point. Have you seen it? There was divergence at this point. There was also divergence on the RSI. When it's divergence to the RSI, price is going lower, RSI is going upper, going higher. So have you seen it? You should have entered at this point. As it went up, it came back to hit people's stop loss. If you hit your stop loss, no worry. But next video I'll teach you guys on better entry, exit, and how to manage your trades. Stop loss, where you can put your stop loss, and how to manage your trade. So as you can see, it came back, it went, gave our like, you have taken your trade around, we give our like $27 on the lowest loss size, then reverse, and the reverse. After reversing, even with the reversing, it still gave the divergence. Have you seen the low? It came to tap it, came to tap the low, but could not break it. And have you seen divergence up here? Price is going lower, but RSI is going higher. So at this point, you will have entered a buy entry, and it will have given you, I think, $93 on the lowest lot size. So let's go to H1 for entry. Sorry, let me look at the date. Okay, 2nd of March. Okay, yes, it happened last week. I took the trade. Okay, I've seen it now. That first trade that we saw divergence on H4. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? But it did not give a perfect divergence. It did not give a perfect divergence on H1. So if I were you, I wouldn't have taken that trade, or I'll have taken it, but I'll have done trading. I will have traded my loss, but to see where it gave the perfect divergence. This was yesterday, so it tapped it, and it went. It was price was going lower, but at this point it was going higher. So it tapped it, then pushed. After it pushed, it gave an M again. This was the divergence. Have you seen the divergence here? Give a divergence for sell. Wonderful. The strategy is bomb. It works every time. The same thing here again too. The same thing that happened here. This was a low. It tapped it, could not break it. Price is going lower. Divergence, RSI is going higher, giving us a divergence. Then it's pushed up, rallied up to this point. Again, here our divergence again. Price is going higher, but RSI is going lower. As it's going lower, prices, your entry will have been around here. If you go to H1, you will have seen a perfect entry. and M50 for entry. Please, we spot divergence on H4 and H1, and we enter after seeing an engulfing or morning star or evening star on M15. In the next video, I'll teach you guys on how on entry point, exit point, and how to manage your trades. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe. This will come here first once again.